Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. A West Hazelton man was sentenced this afternoon after pleading guilty to third-degree murder for a botched drug deal in Freeland. Prosecutors allege that 20-year-old Brandon Gambardella met with 17-year-old Anthony Bonney at Freeland Park to buy cocaine June 18th of 2018. When Gambardella realized the drugs were fake, he chased after Bonney, firing several rounds and striking him in the head. Bonney died several hours later. Gambardella apologized in court before being sentenced to serve 15 to 40 years behind state bars. Yesterday, Governor Tom Wolf announced his veto on a bill that would put a moratorium on the closure of state centers. Senate Bill 906 would have stopped the closure of any state center for at least 5 years, and the decision to close a center would have had to be made by a designated task force. The Department of Human Services announced last August the closing of 2 of the remaining state centers, Whitehaven and Polk. Many are disappointed by the veto, including Representative Doyle Heffley of Carbon County. Heffley issued a statement saying he's hopeful to reach a bipartisan solution and a possible veto override in order to give residents a choice in the care they receive. State Representative Tara Toohill of the 116th District also weighed in on the veto, expressing her disappointment but also remained optimistic about an override. Toohill said, quote, "For those of us who support the centers, our attention will now focus on securing enough votes for an override of the governor's ill-advised veto." Neighbors living near the Hazelton Area High School are concerned about possible violence and damage to their properties. As a result, police are beefing up patrols. Recent fights have broken out after students were dismissed for the day and walking home from the Hazelton Area High School. One throughway for students is on Allen Street, where neighbors witnessed numerous fights and caught them on video surveillance. According to neighbors and police, property's getting damaged, and students are walking in the middle of the roadways, obstructing the passage of motor vehicles. The West Hazelton Police Department has issued extra patrols in the area to deter further problems. Several students have already been cited for walking in the middle of the road, impairing traffic. Residents in Hazel Township can no longer use cold hard cash to pay bills at the municipal building. Supervisors voted to move all of the township's accounts to Mid-Penn Bank, mainly for security reasons. Township employees will no longer have cash in the municipal building on 27th Street or have to make trips to the bank with large sums of money. Once scanning equipment's installed, customers can still come in and pay their garbage and other bills at the municipal building by using credit or debit cards. They can also mail in a check or money order or physically stop by Mid-Penn Bank to pay bills owed to the township. A Coaldale man is jailed after rape charges were filed against him for an incident back in 2018. 19-year-old Lazarus Tejeda was charged by Coaldale police for raping a minor. He allegedly gave a teenage girl a drink at his home August of that year. She told him she was feeling ill and fell asleep, but when she woke up, she said Tejeda was raping her. He was charged with forcible compulsion, rape of an impaired person, and sexual assault, on top of indecent assault and corruption of minors. He was jailed after failing to post his $25,000 bail. Police in Mahanoy City are investigating a possible missing persons case. 23-year-old Delia Stokel was last seen in the evening hours of Tuesday, February 11th. Since then, no one has been able to make contact with her. If anyone has any information on her whereabouts, they're being asked to contact the Mahanoy City Police Department at 570-773-2313. And some very special students got to dance their day away, one day away from Valentine's Day. Special education students from all over the local area got to come together today at the Berwick Area High School for their annual Valentine's Day dance. The dance is treated like a prom, where students got to dance and mingle with the help of the high school's student council and Interact Club.
We have to go around the community and ask for donations, and we're so appreciative of that because so many organizations and small business owners donate so many things to make this possible. It's really awesome to see how our community wants to be involved and make these kids' day because they live for this, and it's just awesome that they're willing to help us throw this for them.
This isn't the first rodeo for President of Interact and Student Council Secretary Kelsey Kalady, who's going on her 4th and final year making memories with these kids.
It's amazing. It almost brings tears to my eyes to see how happy it makes them because their life isn't just like any ordinary teenagers. This is like their prom, so it's really amazing.
Peer tutors also got to help the kids make the best out of the day, with something different from their typical routine.
A lot goes into it because they have over like 5 schools here that are actually coming and helping dance, and they have plenty of donations through the community, so that's a great help because without that we wouldn't be able to put that on because we have there's so much food and so much activities for the kids to be able to do, so there's a lot that goes into it, but they are very appreciative of it, and I know that they love to do it every year.
Bloomsburg University senior Jendon Knorr is usually helping students with anything from grammar to spelling words, but today called for something a little different.
I honestly love doing this because my minor is special education. I'm going for teaching. So honestly, this is a great experience, and I love being able to work with them because I know that they need it, and I know that it makes me feel good to be able to give them that help.
Although the kids were too busy dancing to chat with us, it seemed like the day was something they'll never forget. And since the dance is treated like a prom, a king and queen were set to be chosen by the end of the dance. Coming up on Wyln News, pork and sauerkraut lovers may want to stay tuned. Plus, pets, pets, pets. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Sunny tomorrow and Saturday, but pretty chilly. Sun carries over into next week, but temperatures seem to rise. We'll be right back.
CARES is a local and family-owned agency dedicated to providing exceptional services for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities throughout Pennsylvania. CARES specializes in day and residential services, respite, home and community, behavior supports, and chaperone vacations. At CARES, the participants are the VIPs. Now contracting life-sharing and respite providers, CARES, empowering individuals to maximize their opportunities and potential in their community.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Your exciting new TV experience is here. Smarter, faster, easier to use. With live TV, recordings, video on demand, and streaming apps, all in a single place. When you're looking for something new, recommendations are tailored to you. Voice-powered, personalized results to find what you want faster. And the unlimited potential of smart home. The new experience from TiVo is here.
Have your event with Whitetail, graduation, birthday, bachelor, reunion parties? They have the most tranquil backyard experience with beautiful mountains in the background. If your company or business wants a different alternative to a golf outing, they have outings that can accommodate you. You can have the entire facility to yourself. They will work with you to set up your day of events. Sporting clay competitions, trap and wobble trap games, skeet. After a day of shooting, you'll return to a meal designed for you. Call Mike at 570-535-6123 for available group options.
Pork and sauerkraut lovers unite. Trinity Lutheran Church in Hazleton announced the date for their annual pork and sauerkraut dinner. Wyln's Phil Kaufman has the story.
Today we met with Betty Lou Utt at Hazleton Trinity Lutheran Church to discuss their upcoming pork and sauerkraut dinner.
The Hazleton Trinity Lutheran Church, 100 North Church Street, is having their annual pork and sauerkraut supper this coming Monday, President's Day, February the 17th, from 4 to 7 p.m. It's their family style. It's all you can eat. It's roast pork, sauerkraut, mashed potatoes, gravy, green beans, applesauce, rolls and butter, punch, coffee, and cake for dessert. So it's this coming Monday, 4 to 7, and we will have tickets at the door, or you can call me at 570-788-1333, and I will put tickets away for you at the door. It's many, many years we've been doing this pork and sauerkraut. So people, they keep asking for the pork and sauerkraut. So it will be this Monday. You come in at the Hemlock Street entrance, the lower entrance, and get on the elevator right to the right, and take the elevator down the basement. It's handicapped accessible, and we have 3 parking lots, so we have a lot of parking. And it's on 100 North Church Street. And everybody come out. It's a real nice evening, and you get to see a lot of people, and it's enjoyable.
Reporting from Trinity Lutheran Church in Hazleton, I'm Philip Kaufman with WYLN News.
Thanks, Phil. If you own a dog, remember to license them. It's not only for their safety, but it's also the law. WYLN's Julie Stefanovich has the story.
As part of Love Your Dog Month, Agriculture Secretary Russell Redding reminds dog owners of licensing responsibilities. Having your dog properly licensed ensures the safety of the dogs, their families, and the community.
We support the shelter here as one example with a $40 per dog holding fee. You can do the math, right? It takes nearly 8 dogs licensed to cover the $40 fee in the shelter. And you could also do the math and say that doesn't work.
Dog licenses are inexpensive and easy to obtain.
I'd like to point out is for $6.50, right? And every time that I say it, I pause, wondering why it takes so much effort to get folks to do the simple thing of licensing the dog for $6.50.
The fees on licenses have not increased in over 2 decades, but personnel and operating costs of the Bureau of Dog Law Enforcement have risen by 112%, but increasing the fees would require legislation.
We're working with the General Assembly, we are working with the Governor. We're well aware of the need to address the fee issue. It has not been increased in 23 years. Just reading last night, during that same time, our spending as a society on pets has increased 230%.
Redding was joined at the Pennsylvania SPCA by Rachel Eiselman, who was the victim of a dog attack, and other officials who worked to enforce Pennsylvania's dog laws.
Once the court deemed the neighbor's dog dangerous, things quickly changed. Signs were put at the entry points of the home warning of a dangerous dog on the premise. The animal is no longer to be outside without being properly muzzled and leashed. The owners will also have to re-register the dog annually, as well as pay a registration fee for the remainder of the dog's life.
Revenue from the sale of licenses benefit the Bureau of Dog Law Enforcement by helping pay for inspecting licensed kennels, monitoring dangerous dogs, and returning lost dogs to their owners. You can visit licenseyourdogpa.pa.gov for more information. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thanks, Julie. It's that time of the week to show off a few featured pets available for adoption at the Luzerne County SPCA. Marshmallow is a social little guy looking to be placed in a good home. He's an adult male guinea pig that would love to get to know you. Next up, 2-year-old Gunther. He's an adult male boxer and mastiff mix. He's a little shy, but sweet and calm. You may want to stop by the shelter and spend some time with this handsome fellow. And here's Jack. He's an adult male American rabbit with a slick and shimmery black coat. He's very friendly and would love to have the opportunity to meet a loving family or individual to come take him home. To meet one of these forever friends, you can contact the Luzerne County SPCA at 570-825-4111 or visit the shelter at 524 East Main Street in Wilkes-Barre. Coming up on Tom Hickens' News Choice, we talk pet medical care and community and you. Plus, Pottsville wants a hometown takeover. Stay with us.
WYLN TV 35 and the Hazleton unit of the American Cancer Society present the 42nd annual telethon. 42 determined to find a cure through all we do. The telethon will be held Saturday, February 22nd from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. at Premier Catering and Events at Genetti Ballrooms, 1345 North Church Street in Hazel Township. The telethon is made possible each year by these sponsors.
John's Family Restaurant in the Churchill Mall. Enjoy a full menu with all homemade food. From breakfast, soups, sandwiches, entrees, and desserts. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials. The food is great, the price is right. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Sunday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialist, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Whitetail Preserve has an immediate opening for a chef. Please call 570-455-4251, extension 1378 for details.
CARES is a local and family-owned agency dedicated to providing exceptional services for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities throughout Pennsylvania. CARES specializes in day and residential services, respite, home and community, behavior supports, and chaperone vacations. At CARES, the participants are the VIPs. CARES, empowering individuals to maximize their opportunities and potential in their community.
So when you get an animal or bring an animal into your home, in addition to loving, caring, and feeding for it in the home, there is the medical side of that. Every one of us needs a medical exam. Every one of us needs medical checkups. Sometimes we need medicine. It's really important to have your animals evaluated and checked out by a veterinarian at least once a year. If they're young and healthy, you might be able to go 2 years, but it's always best to speak with your veterinarian about what their recommendations are. Vaccinating your animals is something that should be discussed with your veterinarian, and what you choose to vaccinate should be, again, discussed with your veterinarian. But it's really important, specifically for young animals, to have the first series of vaccinations so their immunity is built up at that point. It also takes less risk away from your animal getting infected by someone because they are vaccinated. Rabies is the law for dogs. You absolutely must have a rabies shot unless your veterinarian has given you a reason and a note saying that for whatever reason they choose that you do not have to get a rabies shot. And some veterinarians do that specifically for ill dogs or older dogs. But the law states that you must have a valid rabies shot on your dog and your domesticated cat as well. People sometimes think that because their cats are indoors that they don't have to do that. Well, they do. Because here's the scenario. If your cat bites someone, that becomes an issue. If your dog bites someone and does not have updated rabies shot, that becomes an issue as well. So in order to avoid the issue for you yourself and for the animals, you want to make sure that your vaccinations are up to date, particularly rabies. Whatever your veterinarian has recommended, again, you have to have a conversation with a licensed veterinarian. Shot clinics are great, but you still need to check in with a veterinarian. Have a vet check over your dog, cat, rabbit, reptile, whatever, to make sure that all systems are going well. dogs need to be licensed, and you can do that through your county courthouse, or if you're adopting an animal through the shelter, a lot of times they can provide you with the license. Lifetime licenses are a huge value because you buy it one time, you get the microchip, and they're good for a lifetime. And again, that's also registered through your county courthouse. But licensing is another, and microchipping too, are two ways that should your pet get lost, that they will be able to track that dog back to you, or they do microchip cats as well, that the animal would come back to you safely. That is your proof. So if you lose your dog and your dog doesn't have a license on and or a microchip, then you've got to show some other form of proof that the dog is yours, and a picture is not always proof. Shot records are proof, veterinary records are proof, but again, licensing, the license comes right back to you. Anybody who finds your dog can go right into the system. A shelter or a veterinarian's office can scan your dog for a microchip, and all the information can come back to you, and you can get your dog back quicker by following through with all of those helpful hints.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning.
Come find out
For yourself.
Tune in every Sunday night on WYLN from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop action as only Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling High Voltage can bring you. That's Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling every Sunday night on WYLN. I'll see you in the ring.
WYLN has strong ties to the community and it's committed to important causes like the American Cancer Society and Helping Hands Society telethons. WYLN's commitment to Pennsylvania continues with the broadcast of Hazleton's Fun Fest Parade and the Christmas and St. Patrick's Day parades in Wilkes-Barre. In the summer, we broadcast the Weatherly and Giants Despair Hill Climb. And throughout the year, we provide important community services through the broadcast of town meetings, school board meetings, election night coverage, and other community events. WYLN, we're your local network.
Another northeastern Pennsylvania town threw its hat in the ring to be considered for a role on a national TV show. Pottsville, nestled in the heart of Schuylkill County, submitted its application for the HGTV series Hometown Takeover. 6 winners across the country will be chosen to have the show renovate and revitalize their communities. The Schuylkill County Historical Society believes Pottsville is the perfect fit. After all, it's the hometown of Yuengling, America's oldest brewery. The show will give a facelift to local homes and public hotspots. Entries have been submitted, and now we hold our breath to see if Pottsville or even towns like DuPont or Lehighton are chosen for the takeover. Just 9 days until the 42nd Annual American Cancer Society Telethon. That's Saturday, February 22nd from 11 to 11 at Premier Catering and Genetti's Ballrooms. This year's theme, 42, determined to find a cure through all we do. On the lineup, we've got live music and entertainment, WYLN personalities like myself, bake sales, tricky trays, a free health fair, and more. Phone banks will be open all day to call in and make a pledge. The public's encouraged to stop by and take part in this very important event, but If you can't be there in person, don't worry. Wyln TV will be broadcasting it live, so be sure to tune in right here or our live stream online. Be on the lookout for updates on our Wyln News Facebook page as well, so mark your calendars to come out and show your support in the big fight against cancer. That's the news. Remember, you can get news updates on our Wyln News Facebook page. If you'd like to see an event promoted on our newscast, visit WYLNTV.com to submit a request form. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on Wyln TV.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
The Falvello Law Firm, located at 641 Route 93 in Sugarloaf, offers help with car and truck accidents, wills, powers of attorney, and estates. With a small team of attorneys, they work directly with each and every client, serving all of northeastern Pennsylvania. They are proud to offer legal services that make a real difference to you. Call them at 570-788-4191. Have your event with Whitetail, graduation, birthday, bachelor, reunion parties? They have the most tranquil backyard experience with beautiful mountains in the background. If your company or business wants a different alternative to a golf outing, they have outings that can accommodate you. You can have the entire facility to yourself. They will work with you to set up your day of events. Sporting clay competitions, trap and wobble trap games, skeet. After a day of shooting, you'll return to a meal designed for you. Call Mike at 570-535-6123 for available group options.
Did you know that WYLN News provides news updates every weekday afternoon at 1, 3, and 5 here on TV and on social media? Did you also know you can watch WYLN News on the go by visiting our website or YouTube page?
Now more than ever,
WYLN is your local news leader.
listening WYLN TV. We're your local network.
Welcome to Talkin' in EPA. I'm Paula Dagnan. Firearms. It's something that we hear about every day. They're a reality in our life and in our world, and we have to be able to respect them. It's not something that maybe you have in contact with you every day, but it's something that you should know about. It's something that when a firearm is shown, you should at least know how to respect it. And that's what we're going to be talking about today, firearms training. And with me, we're going to be talking to Charlie Hintz, and he is going to be telling us how to be safe around firearms because he has been a firearm instructor for many years. Now, don't go away. When we come back, we're going to talk more about firearms here on Talkin' in EPA.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Your exciting new TV experience is here. Smarter, faster, easier to use. With live TV, recordings, video on demand, and streaming apps, all in a single place. When you're looking for something new, recommendations are tailored to you. Voice-powered, personalized results to find what you want faster. And the unlimited potential of smart home. The new experience from TiVo is here.
Have your event with Whitetail, graduation, birthday, bachelor, reunion parties? They have the most tranquil backyard experience with beautiful mountains in the background. If your company or business wants a different alternative to a golf outing, they have outings that can accommodate you. You can have the entire facility to yourself. They will work with you to set up your day of events. Sporting clay competitions, trap and wobble trap games, skeet. After a day of shooting, you'll return to a meal designed for you. Call Mike at 570-535-6123 for available group options.
Join us this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. You'll meet Tommy. He's had a lot of injuries, but he's gotten hope and feeling much better thanks to good chiropractic care. His story this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. Join us.
Welcome to Talkin' in EPA. I'm Paula Dagnan. Charlie, that was not a way that we would normally open up this program. It was frightening. And maybe you can explain, what did we see?
What you saw was a simulation of real life. My friend Bob Olson came into the studio brandishing a pipe. And with that pipe, he could have inflicted serious bodily injury or death upon anyone here in this building. And any well-trained civilian could have done exactly what I did. I immediately appraised the situation, determined that it was a life-threatening situation, determined that deadly force was required and could be legally used, drew my firearm, which, by the way, is